Good evening. I hope everybody can hear me okay. Before we get started this evening, we'll discover the top 4 hot flash triggers and the 4 secrets to turning them off. If you could just say something in the chat box. Great, thanks Nancy, I appreciate that. And welcome. I'm glad you are here, and I think by the end of this presentation, you will be glad you decided to show up. I know your time is valuable, and I think you will agree that the information I'm about to share with you is so important to so many women. I see so many women over the years that are really suffering from hot flashes and night sweats. My sister Nancy, who is joining us tonight, is also one of the Menopause sisters, and I'm not very technically savvy, so I couldn't figure out how to get her on the call live. But I just also want to say, if you have questions tonight, you can certainly put them in the chat box, and I will get to them at the end of things tonight. So I will kind of just go through some information with you, and then if you have questions, you can ask them. If you're having trouble hearing me or you're having any kind of issues, just let me know as we go along as well. So let's go ahead and get started. So, are you ready to get rid of your hot flashes and night sweats? Are you ready to get relief? If so, you are absolutely in the right place tonight. I created this webinar because I wanted to show you how you can end those awful hot flashes and night sweats that you have been living with and are absolutely zapping your energy. Oh, Nancy says on there she's the youngest one. Not much younger, I'll have you know. Sorry. If you utilize even one of the secrets I'm sharing tonight, it can help you with getting relief from the biggest complaint I hear from women who are struggling through menopause, and that is hot flashes. For those on the webinar tonight, in case you don't know me, my name is Laura Dankoff, and I am a holistic nurse practitioner and the founder of Path to Health and Healing, and the co-founder of Menopause Sisters, which I did start with my sister Nancy a little over a year ago when Nancy was talking about all of her hot flashes that she was having. And from that, we decided we wanted to help other women, and hence Menopause Sisters was born. Before we dive into things, I think it is important that you know that my mission first and foremost is to provide you with health information that will empower you to take control of your health and well-being. To do that, you need to be an informed consumer. You need to know how the food you eat, the environment you live in, and even the products you use can affect your health. This is particularly true when it comes to your hormones and what may be triggering your hot flashes. I know what can happen for you when you have more energy. I know that your life, work, your relationships can improve dramatically. One of the things that is likely zapping your energy and mood are likely those pesky hot flashes and night sweats that keep so many women up. Imagine what could happen if you could quit having hot flashes and night sweats. You would wake each and every day feeling more energized and normal because you aren't having your sleep disrupted several times a night. You would be able to handle stress better. You would be more patient. You would be able to think more clearly and be more productive. You would be able to be more in the moment and present with those in your life. Think about what all of that would mean for you. I wanted to start by sharing that I created this webinar because I want to offer you strategies you can use to get relief from your hot flashes. I have treated many women who are suffering every single day. They want to know what they can do to get rid of the most distressing symptom that they are having before, during, and after menopause. Hot flashes, of course. Are you asking yourself, what is a hot flash? And why do I have to keep having these? You're absolutely driving me mad. I hear this from so many women. I know what can happen for you once you're able to get rid of your hot flashes and night sweats. You can feel like you have your life back before all this hormonal madness started. Imagine what could happen if you could wake up without changing your clothes before you go to work because you're already drenched in sweat before you even leave the house. Imagine what could happen if you didn't have to worry about turning beet red in the middle of an important meeting. In fact, I think Nancy shared with us on a recent episode of Menopause Sister, our Blog Talk radio show, how a woman actually felt like she lost a job during a job interview because she was having a raging hot flash in the middle of it. So I'm sure that did not, help her in any way. So you might think, some women are actually losing potential jobs or not being taken seriously in the middle of a meeting because they are having hot flashes. So it really can be very, very disruptive. Imagine what could happen if you could just sleep through the night without having a hot flash or night sweat. Think about what all of that would mean for you. Before I go further, you might be wondering, why am I here speaking to you about how to get relief from hot flashes? I'm sharing this to show you that you don't have to go another day suffering from hot flashes once you understand what is triggering them. Now, you might be thinking, sure, Laura, you see and treat a lot of women who are suffering from hot flashes, but have you ever had any hormone issues yourself? Yes, I have. I would have to say I don't have a lot of hot flashes like Nancy does. But I have had my own symptoms myself. I have Robin saying there that things are cutting out. Is that anyone else hearing that things are cutting out as well? Could someone tell me if you hear me okay on here? Okay, so I'm going to go on here. Hopefully everybody's hearing me okay. So yes, I've had my own hormonal symptoms as well. I used to have different types of symptoms, but that is also why I'm passionate about helping other women find relief and why I have spent the last several years doing just that. I have spent countless hours immersing myself in learning everything I could about how to get to the root of what is causing my hormones to be out of balance, and also that of the women I am treating. Once I realized the mistakes I was making and learned from some of the best functional medicine practitioners what they were doing to help other women like me, I started making the necessary changes. I quickly started to see things change. From my own experience and what I have learned, I have been able to help hundreds of women do the same. Okay, now, thank you. Thank you for letting me know that. It wasn't long before word got out about what I was doing to help other perimenopausal and menopausal women who were suffering like I was. Soon, many women from all over were calling to make an appointment with me who were desperate to feel like they once did. They wanted to quit feeling fat, tired, stressed, sleep deprived, and most importantly, they wanted to end their hot flashes. They wanted to do this without being placed on drugs. They wanted to know what the secret was. They wanted to know the root causes that were contributing to their hormonal imbalances once and for all. They wanted to be in control and not be told this is normal or that they needed to be put on an antidepressant or a sleeping pill. I have heard that from so many women. It's so sad and so distressing how much I've heard that over the years. So you are in the right place if you're ready to quit sweating like a pig every day. You are in the right place if you are tired of feeling exhausted and drained the moment you wake up because you got very little sleep because of the frequent night sweats. You are in the right place if you wake up in a fog and desperately need a cup or two of coffee before you can fully function because of those night sweats. You are in the right place if you have a fan at your desk, even in the winter. So tonight, I am going to cover the top 4 hot flash triggers that are draining your energy and making you feel like you're absolutely going mad sometimes. I will also be sharing with you the 4 secrets that can help turn off your hot flashes for good. What this means for you is you'll immediately be able to take action and start getting some much needed relief from your hot flashes and night sweats once and for all. It's my commitment to give you everything I can in the time we have together. With the strategies I am sharing, you will be able to get started right away so you can start to see immediate results. Now, I know some of you may have additional questions, as I mentioned earlier, or want to learn more about what to do to improve your hormone balance and start thriving rather than just surviving perimenopause and menopause. So for those of you who want to go further, I'll tell you how to do that near the end. So be sure and stay until then. My intention here is to teach you that you can break free from your hot flashes. You don't have to accept this as this is the way it's going to be. There are a lot of people who talk about hormones and menopause, but I find their focus is on telling you what pill to take, which does not set you up for success. It is also not validating you and what you're suffering from. I not only work with clients on the what is causing their hot flashes, but I look at why you're having them in the first place. What is the root cause? Simply treating symptoms without addressing the root cause will not lead to long-lasting relief. There's always a reason, and when we figure out that reason and get to the bottom of it, and we'll have the freedom then to start thriving and rather than just surviving menopause. It's important to understand what those root causes are so you can start making the right choices. So let's dive into things. Here is a hot flash alert. If you are suffering from hot flashes, I probably don't have to tell you that the common symptoms associated with hot flashes are intense feelings of heat, rapid irregular heartbeat, flushing or reddened face and neck, perspiration, sleep disturbance, feeling hot or cold. These are all very common symptoms with a hot flash. You don't necessarily have to be having all of them. You can be having 1, 2, or all of the ones you see here. Needless to say, it's very distressing, particularly if you're having them several times a day. Let's take a look at some hot flash facts. This first fact really kind of surprised me, but 3 out of 4 women in menopause experience hot flashes and night sweats. 3 out of 4, that's a crazy number. That means a lot of women are suffering, and that's why this subject is so important and why I'm bringing it to you tonight. So the other thing that you can probably guess is causing hot flashes is a change in your hormone levels. When you have a change in your estrogen, this can affect the temperature regulation in your brain. So what they theorize is happening is as your hormone levels are changing around perimenopause and menopause, this messes with the hypothalamus in your brain. This is where your thermostat is. So it's messing up with this thermostat. I had somebody ask me, are hot flashes, are they genetic or is it lifestyle? Is it environmental? What is it? I do think there's definitely a genetic component to it, but all the other things we're going to talk about, what the triggers are, also affect it. Hormone changes that can trigger hot flashes include low or high estrogen, low progesterone, and low testosterone. And night sweats can be affected by low or high cortisol and low or high estrogen. So even if your estrogen's going down or if you have estrogen dominance, they both can potentially trigger hot flashes for you. Now that I have covered the science behind hot flashes, do you know what your hot flash triggers are? My guess is if you knew the answer to what that is, you wouldn't be here tonight, or you might have an idea what some of that is. Obviously, it must likely has something to do with your hormones. So let's take a look at things. So the top 4 hot flash triggers include hormone changes, stress, diet, and alcohol. I'm going to talk about each one of these as we take a look at the 4 secrets to turning off your hot flashes, because I think you have to kind of look at those both together. Now, the moment you have patiently been waiting for, as we've started out here, I didn't want to make you wait too long to find out what those secrets are. So here are the 4 secrets to turning off your hot flashes. Let me just say that these 4 secrets that will help relieve your hot flashes will only work if you first and foremost address the first secret here, and that is to avoid and change your triggers. So if I go back here, these are your triggers: hormone changes, stress, diet, and alcohol. So as far as hormones, you want to know your numbers. Understand what is going on with your hormones. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that here, but we'll also talk about stress management. We'll take a hard look at diet and limit or get rid of the glass of wine in the evening. You also want to remember to breathe and find balance. This speaks to taking time for you and finding ways to reduce your stress. Keep your cool. I will be sharing more about this in a moment. Then I'm going to share some of the herbal remedies that can help support hormone balance and provide relief from your hot flashes. Now that you know the 4 secrets, let's look at each one of these a little closer. So first, I just want to talk a little bit about hormones. There's different ways to test for hormones. There's blood testing, there's saliva testing. I prefer saliva testing over blood testing. I just feel it's a more true picture of what's going on, because I can't tell you how many women that have had blood tests and their healthcare providers tell them, yep, you're in menopause, yep, not much you can do about it. You can take some prescription hormones for a couple years, but if you have risk factors, that's not an option. And well, let's give you an antidepressant that's been shown to help with hot flashes. So we're not really addressing the issues here. They may not even check your hormones to see if you have a problem with estrogen dominance even. So I think checking your hormones is very, very important if you can find someone that's open and willing to help you with that. So having said that, I'm not going to go too much more into that. Certainly, I'll be telling you about a program where you can dive deeper into that in a few minutes. So eating a healthy diet, we all know that eating a healthy diet is important. But did you know that certain foods you eat can actually trigger a hot flash? Do you know what they are? If you guess sugar and carbs, you are right. They absolutely will trigger a hot flash in a New York minute. Not only that, your diet will have a direct impact on your hormone balance. So let me explain this a little more. So if you're eating processed foods and sugars, or eating a lot of less than desirable foods, that creates inflammation in your digestive tract. And that inflammation is going to cause stress on the body. And that will affect how well you absorb your amino acids and your B vitamins, which help support neurochemical balance or your mood, but also your hormone balance. So if your diet is less than desirable because you're eating a lot of processed foods, sugars, fast food, eating out a lot, where a lot of chemicals and additives are added to your foods, that's going to create a certain amount of inflammation, and that inflammation causes stress, and that stress is going to affect your hormones. Alcohol is also notorious for triggering hot flashes. No more than the alcohol touches your lips and you will be thrown into a raging fire. It is amazing how fast it will happen. If you have ever experienced this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So what do a lot of us do after a long, hard day's work? We come home, we want to have our glass of wine, maybe a little piece of dark chocolate, and it's just set you up for a night of unending hot flashes and night sweats. I know you enjoy it, but trust me, I'm not going to say you have to take it out, and there's people that aren't going to take it out, but at least try to reduce it, or just know what those triggers are for you. Stress life balance. Oh, this is so important and so hard to do in the world we live in today. I'm guilty of this as well. I say I'm a type AB personality. I had a patient tell me today she thought I was really an A. So what can I say? So I think part of that's my upbringing, where I'm just very internally driven in what I do, but I'm also very passionate what I do. We are all under stress every single day, so trying to find time to manage your stress life balance can be so challenging. Stress will trigger a hot flash. Think about it. Have you ever been nervous about something, such as going into an important meeting or meeting somebody for the first time? Were you nervous? Did you think, oh, please don't let me have a hot flash now? What happens? You guessed it. Those annoying hot flashes are firing on all cylinders, coming one right after the other. You feel everyone is looking at you and they're wondering, why are you so uncomfortable and nervous? Arg. I have so many women that tell me this. So how can you keep this from happening? How can you minimize the stress triggers to help turn off your hot flashes? Well, this takes conscious work and effort. Having a daily practice of mindfulness and relaxation can help put you in the zone, so to speak, to shut off the adrenaline cortisol surge that is triggering the hot flash. There are different ways to practice relaxation. You certainly can do them on the fly, just stopping and doing some deep breathing. I often recommend this, even driving down the road. Just stop and consciously take some slow, deep breaths as you're driving or in the middle of your day. If you have to excuse yourself at work to go to the bathroom and do some deep breathing, do whatever you have to do. Just find a quiet spot for a quick meditation. Now, I don't mean you have to sit down and, our idea of meditation is you get in the zone and you're doing Om and that kind of thing. It's just trying to help you focus and calm the body down. You can listen to guided meditations and relaxing music, not just before a meeting or anticipated stressful situation, but daily. A daily practice of relaxation can help reduce stress, support better hormone balance, and help reduce your hot flashes. Now, if you want immediate relief from hot flashes, my sister Nancy, who is on the webinar with us tonight, developed something really cool, no pun intended, and really amazing. When she still does, suffers from a lot of hot flashes, what she did, she thought there's got to be a way to control these symptoms. And a lot of hot flashes start at the core. And she thought, if there was a way that I could put something cool on my abdomen to keep me from having these hot flashes or keep me from being so uncomfortable, that would really be wonderful, because she didn't want to take any hormones. She didn't want to be put on antidepressants to control her symptoms. So she connected with a guy who's an MIT grad engineer, and together they developed what's called the Cool Cami product, and it's really a great product. The camisole you see on the screen there is made from a breathable bamboo fabric, and so a lot of women, when they're having a hot flash, they also start sweating profusely. So when you start sweating, this fabric absorbs that sweat. And then, I don't know if you can see my arrow, which I'll put right here. There's a cooling liner right in the abdominal area there that looks like this, that does look like this Cool Me mat that you see over here on the right. So this liner can last anywhere from, I think, 3 to 4 hours of keeping you cool when you're having those hot flashes. Then it has an interchangeable liner. So this comes with 2 liners that you put in there, these cooling liners. And when you take the one out, it automatically recharges itself. It just has this substance in it that constantly reactivates itself. So there's no like recharging, replacing, and it's really an amazing product. But let's say you don't want the camisole, you can get the Cool Me Matte, which you see this lady laying on here. I know Nancy takes hers to bed and she lays on it at night. And she wore this camisole at a workshop we did last fall, and you had no idea she had it on. It's so snug and form-fitting. In fact, we actually got some feedback from some women that purchased one at the workshop, and they absolutely love their Cool Cami. Now, if you're interested in getting the Cool Cami, I'm just going to put up on a screen here, and hopefully you can see it. I do have an offer on the screen there from Nancy on the Cool Cami. So you certainly can go out and get one of those. If you have questions about it, Nancy, I'm sure would be happy to answer any questions that you may have. Okay then, so moving on here. Before we dive into the final secret to help relieve your hot flashes, I'd like to take a couple of minutes and share information about a very special program I created that gives you everything you need to start thriving and surviving menopause. But first, let me just say, I know that if you implement just one of the secrets that we talk about tonight, you will get some relief from your hot flashes. Start with just one of the strategies you have been given, whether it's changing your diet, working on relaxation, or getting Nancy's amazing Cool Cami for instant relief without drugs or unpleasant side effects. I will be sharing some safe herbal remedy options with you in just a moment. But first, if you love what you have heard here and want to go much deeper than what I'm able to do with you tonight, earlier I promised that I'd share how you can take this even further. So if what we talked about resonates with you and you're ready to go deeper, I have a special invitation for you. You don't have to spend hours and hours researching and trying to figure things out on your own, or maybe feel like you're out there on your own because you don't have a healthcare provider that's actually listening to what you have to say. So you can actually take things further if you would like. You don't have to wait any longer. This program is for you that I'm going to share with you tonight if you're ready to take control of your health and hormone balance. This program is for women before, during, and after menopause. I know you are busy, and the nice thing about this program is you can do it on your own time, not someone else's, not on mine, not on anybody else's, but yours. So without further ado, I want to invite you to sign up today for the 30-day challenge to thriving and surviving menopause. Now, this program is not just for women in menopause, but as I mentioned, it is for women who want to optimize their health before, during, and after menopause. So you might be asking yourself, why should I join this program? First, let me ask you, are you tired of feeling fat, tired, hot, irritable, depressed, sleep deprived, and having no sex drive? If the answer is yes, then this program is for you. In this online program, you will explore what is going on with your hormones that are making you feel fat, tired, irritable, sleep deprived, and delve deeper into what is causing your hot flashes and how to get rid of them for good. There is so much information in this program. In the 30-day challenge to thriving and surviving menopause, you will discover what you are doing now, what's working, what's not working, and get my recommendations for taking your next steps to thriving before, during, and after menopause. You will learn the precise strategies you need to start thriving rather than just surviving. This program is for you if you're ready to get your life back. This program is for you if you're ready to reclaim your energy. This program is for you if you are ready to banish your hot flashes and night sweats. This program is for you if you're ready to end the emotional roller coaster and get a good night's sleep and rediscover your libido and sex drive. I want you to take action right away. For a limited time, I'm offering this program at a special rate. Before I tell you what that is, let me first show you all of the great information you will get immediate access to when you join. What you will learn during the 30-day challenge to thriving and surviving menopause. You will discover the 6 root causes that are keeping you from thriving rather than just surviving menopause. You are going to ask yourself, is this menopause or am I going crazy? A lot of healthcare providers like to, think you're going crazy. Well, let me just tell you, you're not going crazy. And once you understand what is causing your symptoms, you can start addressing them head on. You can have a life after menopause that does not leave you feeling like you're going crazy. I want you to know you are not in this alone. I am here to help you. I know this can all seem overwhelming, and you want answers. One of the most exciting aspects of this program is you will develop your very own menopause survivor guide and have the necessary tools to start taking steps to get off the hormone roller coaster ride once and for all. When you join the 30-day challenge, you are going to get all of the following information. You are going to get 4 weeks of MP3 audios along with transcripts to support and educate you on your 30-day challenge. You're going to get the Menopause and Your Hormones Understanding What is Happening guide. You're also going to get the Menopause Survivor Guide, the 6 root causes of the hormone imbalances. The Menopause Survivor Guide workbook, where you're going to be working through things. And that workbook also has a ton of information in it, more than I can show you here, with links to additional handouts and resources. As does the Menopause Survivor Testing Guide. I'm going to talk about all the various types of tests, the pros and the cons, even how you can get your test on your own, that you don't need a healthcare provider to get the test for some of these. The problem is having knowing how to interpret that information. So if you want to do that, you certainly can. Then there's the Menopause Defined handout. I don't have this anywhere else. I haven't shared it anywhere else, and you will get that within this program. And most importantly, you're going to develop your own My Menopause Survivor Guide, your personal survivor guide that you will complete during the program. So if you're ready to feel more alive, have more energy, happiness, get rid of your hot flashes, and reclaim your hormone balance, then it's time to join the 30-day challenge to thriving and surviving menopause. All right then. So a little more information with you about the program, and then I'm going to get into some of the herbal remedies with you. But during this amazing program, you'll be putting together your very own unique Menopause Survivor Guide, as I mentioned. I think you'll agree that you are getting a lot of great information to help you on your menopause journey. However, I really want to make sure you have all the tools you need for this program. As you can see here in this guide that you're going to be putting together, you're going to begin to understand what is happening with your hormones. You're going to understand what all the symptoms mean and what hormones can be out of balance with those symptoms. You're going to have steps to help support better hormone balance by addressing your unique root causes of those imbalances. You're going to develop your own unique Menopause Survivor Guide contract with yourself. After all, it's one thing's reading and listening to things. Doing is key. It's not by osmosis that you're going to get better. You're going to have to make some hard decisions and make some lifestyle changes to help you get to where you want to go. You're going to learn about what tests you need and what those tests can reveal, and you're just discover how to maintain your balance on your health journey. So this not only helps with your hormones, but it helps with your overall health as well. To make this program even more exciting, I'm offering you several bonuses with this program, and all of these bonuses actually support the learning that you're going to have within the 30-day challenge. You're going to get my Detox Your Body for Better Hormone Balance, herbs and spices that help with menopause, insomnia cures without medication, lead by example. What this lead by example is, it's talking about how you choose to react to things in life, how you choose to perceive things in life. You know, if you're around a group of people and they're always negative, that's going to make you feel negative as well. So make a choice that you're done with the negativity. You're going to have a positive outlook on life. You're going to surround yourself with positive people, because that negativity will impact your hormones, because it's going to stress you out. You don't need that. You already have enough stress in your life. You're also going to get lost libido, learn about what you can do there. And because stress is such a huge part of what's going on, I think stress and diet are so important to fixing this situation, let alone some of the other supporting measures like herbals and the cool cami and so forth. But meditation for relaxation, you're going to also get steps to reducing stress and promoting better hormone balance, and also a stress-reducing meditation, along with one final secret bonus. So if this is something you are interested in, I encourage you to sign up today for the 30-day challenge to thriving and surviving menopause. For a limited time, I'm offering you this program for only $97 for the next short bit of time, and then the price will be going up. I could easily charge $1,997 for this program, given all the information you are getting. So if you're on the fence and wondering whether or not you should invest in yourself or not, I want you to ask yourself what it is costing you not to join. Have you already spent a lot of money on supplements and medications to try and feel better? How much have you spent going to your health practitioner only to walk out and not have any answers, and often feel insulted or humiliated? How much is it costing your health to be stressed out and not living a life of peace and happiness? How much is it costing you to not live the life you want to because you're feeling fat and tired and irritable, and you're suffering from hot flashes and night sweats? Not only that, your sex drive has taken a hike. Don't you think it is time to start enjoying your life again with the love and support of other women? The reality is, your life is priceless. You are worth so much more than you give yourself credit for, and taking care of yourself is so important. You are important. I can hear you now. I don't have time. I am too busy taking care of everyone else. Let me ask you, what happens if you are not there for even 10 minutes, 60 minutes, or 90 minutes each day, or even in a week? They will survive, and you will have the energy to be more present when you take time to take care of you. The cost of this program is much less than many of the other programs that are out there. I want to make this affordable. Many will think that I'm pricing this program too low when you consider the amount of time that was put into developing the program, the cost per hour for the information, along with all of my years of training and experience and research. As I mentioned, I could easily offer this program for $1,997. You have probably spent more in medical visits, testing, books, tapes, supplements, medications. I'm not going to charge you $1,997. Right now, you can get this program for only $97. A 1-hour consult alone costs more than that. A 1-hour consult with a health professional can easily cost between $200 to $600 per hour. I know, I've checked. If you are ready to get the guidance and structure that can enable you to have more energy, halt the weight gain and the hot flashes, and get a good night's sleep, not only that, rediscover your libido, then this program is for you. On the screen there, you can see the link. There's a short link, or you can just go to menopausesisters.com/products. Again, that's menopausesisters.com/products. Immediately after you sign up, you will get access to all of the great step-by-step material this program has to offer, and also how to sign up for the Menopause Sisters private Facebook group and get the support of other women. We are posting things in there, helpful information all the time, and we encourage you to use that platform to ask questions, share your thoughts and concerns. So earlier, I promised that I would be sharing 4 secrets to turning off your hot flashes. The last secret that I want to share with you are some of the natural remedies that are available to support hormone balance. Before I share these with you, let me just throw in the following disclaimer, which is very important for legal reasons. The information I am providing you with is not intended to replace a one-on-one relationship with a qualified healthcare professional and is not intended as medical advice. It is intended as a sharing of knowledge and information from my years of experience as a nurse practitioner. I encourage you to make your own healthcare decisions based upon your research and in partnership with a qualified healthcare professional. Okay, now that we're all clear on that, there are 3 primary natural supplemental methods to support hormone balance. Those are bioidentical hormones, homeopathy, and herbal remedies. Now, I go into the bioidentical and homeopathies in the 30-day challenge in more depth. For our purposes here, I am going to share with you 5 herbal remedies. I could really, quite honestly, spend hours on this subject alone. So given the limited time, and I do value your time, and we'll try to keep things under an hour tonight, I will touch on a few of the popular options available for hot flashes. These include rhubarb extract, black cohosh, Pueraria, Mirifica, passion flower, and evening primrose. I'm going to talk about each one of these briefly. Some of these you've probably have heard of. Some of them you have probably never heard of. You've probably never heard of Pueraria Mirifica. You may never have heard of rhubarb extract, but you've probably heard of black cohosh, passion flower, and evening primrose. So the first one I'm going to talk about is rhubarb extract. Rhubarb extract you can get in a product known as Estrovera. It's made by Metagenics. And this is really very promising product and has been shown to be quite safe to use. Comes from the rhubarb root. And in the clinical studies, it's been shown to be statistically, hard word to say, significant reduction in hot flashes. During a 12-week study, they gave this to women over the 12-week study, and their hot flashes went from 12 down to 2. That's a huge reduction. So this does definitely have promise, but I want to just point out here with any of these supplements, whether you're doing a supplement or you're doing, say, bioidentical hormones or homeopathy or whatever, if you aren't addressing those 4 hot flash triggers I talked about earlier, looking at your diet, your stress, your alcohol use, if you're not addressing those things, you're only going to get so far. So lifestyle, I cannot stress enough, is hugely, hugely important. But to help support you with those distressing symptoms, certainly Estrovera or rhubarb extract is certainly one you can try. Another one is black cohosh. That also has an effect at helping with the changes in your estrogen level. You can just get plain black cohosh out there. I put up this one in particular because a lot of women are also having trouble with sleep and energy and even some anxiety. This is a very nice product by Integrative Therapeutics. And there is a morning tablet that you take that has ginseng root in it, which can help with your energy, and then the black cohosh. And then the evening formula has valerian and hops and theanine in it. All of those can help with sleep and anxiety and a sense of well-being, and then your black cohosh. Now with any of these too, a lot of times the relief, you need to give these things about 4 to 8 weeks to see if they're going to work for you. Just taking them one night is not going to likely provide you with a huge relief, but certainly give it some time if you do use one of these herbal remedies. Pueraria Mirifica, this has a lot of promise. It comes from kudzu, which is a plant that grows in the ditches in Iowa where I live, but this is a special kind of kudzu out of Thailand, and women in Southeast Asia have been using this for over 700 years to help with their menopausal symptoms. There was actually a study done in 2007 in the Medical Association of Thailand that concluded that Pueraria Mirifica is relatively safe in relieving those menopausal symptoms. It helps modulate hormone balance, and it actually can be used in both men and women. Now, I put one of the brands up here that I'd recommend. There's actually only 2 brands out there that I'd even recommend to women. The rest of them are probably knockoffs and not as effective. So this is by Dr. Christiane Northrup, the Amata brand. Dr. Christiane Northrup, she's a gynecologist and quite an amazing woman in her own right. The other one is by Solgar, and I believe that's called PM Phytogen or something like that. But those are the only 2 that I'd ever recommend that anybody consider taking. And this one would be safe for women that have had breast cancer. They actually showed that this had they call it the natural tamoxifen. So if there's women out there that have breast cancer, this might be a safe option for them to try. Then passion flower. Passion flower helps with anxiety that can trigger a hot flash, and it also helps increase something known as gamma-butyric acid in it. Or GABA. This helps you, particularly at night. If you have trouble shutting your brain off at night when you sleep, GABA is really great for that if you can help support your GABA, which is a neurotransmitter. And then there's evening primrose. This is an essential fatty acid that helps regulate estrogen, and it also has a cool and calming effect. Okay, having said that, I would be happy to take any questions you have. So type in your questions if you haven't already, and I will answer as many as I can in the time we have left. I just want to also say thank you for being here, and hopefully you learned a lot on tonight's webinar. I hope you will take the strategies I shared and start putting them into use right away. I know these strategies can work as long as you use them. And if you're ready to take things further into reclaiming your hormones, I encourage you to join the 30-day challenge to thriving and surviving menopause. Now, at either one of the links you see here, you can either go to the short link or you can go to menopausesisters.com/products. Again, that's menopausesisters.com/products, and just click on the 30-day challenge to thriving and surviving menopause. So I would ask yourself again these questions. Are you tired of the hormonal ups and downs? Are you tired of feeling like you are in this alone? Are you tired of feeling hot, fat, fatigued, irritable, depressed, and sleep deprived? If your answer is yes to any of these questions, then what's important is that you make a decision now. Now, like I said, I'd be happy to answer any questions anybody has. So you can type those in the chat box now. One question I have here is somebody saying, but I'm too busy. How much time is this program going to take? I know you're busy, and I don't want this program to cause you more stress. In fact, there are several things in the program to help you with stress, as we saw earlier. Not only that, consider how much time and money you are already wasted, and yet you still don't feel yourself. Though this program is only 30 days or 4 weeks long, you will still have unlimited access to all the materials and recordings so that you can go at your own pace and refer back to it in the future. Is your health not worth the investment? The question I have is, does this program start right away, or when does it start? It starts as soon as you sign up for the program. You're going to get immediate access to it, and you'll get access to not only all the lessons, but you're also going to get access to all the bonus material as well. Okay, there's a question about how do I access the program. Once you sign up with the program, as I mentioned, you will get an email from GeniustrainerPro.com. That's the search engine for the program. You'll log in with a username and password, and once you have logged in, you will find all the information and materials you need for the program. Okay, another question is, I'm afraid this program will be too hard if I start this. It won't work for me. This program is not hard, but it does take some dedication and time on your part, and you can refer back to it whenever you want and just go at your own pace. If you start out, expecting that something's not going to work, it's not going to work. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe it is possible. You can achieve whatever you put your mind to. And also, you'll have access to the love and support of other women once you join the Menopause Sisters Facebook group. It is very important that this program be a source of healing for you, help you healing your mind, your body, and your soul. There are also several additional resources that, I can't even go into here, but there are numerous resources contained within this program to support you. So another question you might actually have is, how is this program different from others? Though there are other programs out there that deal with hormones, there is likely very few that deal specifically with women by women who herself has suffered from the physical effects of approaching menopause. Not only that, I feel I bring a very unique perspective to how I approach this subject. I have worked one-on-one with hundreds of women over the years to help them get off the hormone roller coaster. And I've tried to help empower them to take charge of their own health and their own life. And once you have the tools to do that, it really can be amazing. And it's also been oftentimes so rewarding to see the transformation in so many women that have been so brave to take that step, to forge ahead, to make those changes in their life, and to see them start to feel better, to feel quote unquote normal again. So if you're suffering, I encourage you to consider this investment in yourself. Okay, do we have any other questions tonight? Okay then. Wow, what a night and what a lot of information. I hope that you've enjoyed this and have found this information helpful. And if there's no further questions tonight, I want to just say thank you. Thank you for spending time with me. And I hope you have a good night. Good night, everyone.